Guys, there was a baby wildebeest trapped on this side of the lake, and it's so brave. It's swimming on its own across the lake, which is really remarkable bravery, and let's see if it can make it across to the other side.
Welcome to episode 4, guys. Exciting today. We got out a little bit late this morning because lots and lots of rain overnight, so we had to just wait a little bit for things to dry out, and we had to fix Lucy. Lucy is good again, so ready for our game drive. Let me not bump into these two impala that's on the road. They'll be sorting out the mating rights that they are fighting about, but the exciting news that we're really lucky that the migration has moved back towards the Ndutu woodland. We are camping right on the edge of Lake Ndutu on the Serengeti side, and from camp we saw them approaching the lake, and these guys, whenever they see water, for some reason they always feel like crossing the water. It's in their genes. That's why when they get to rivers they cross, which is partly why they cross the Mara River, the Grumeti River, and then sometimes they cross the lakes at Hidden Valley, and it looks like, if we're lucky, they'll cross Lake Ndutu today. Let's go have a look. Wow, we've had so much rain. It is the long rains, but we've had an incredible wet, short rainy season, and this is the first time in 20 years that I personally see Lakes Masek and Lake Ndutu connecting. Normally there's a road here that we call the causeway, which is normally dry. So I've just engaged four-wheel drive, and let's hope we can cross. Really wet, but I'm sure with the Land Cruiser we'll be okay. We have a raised air intake, so we don't have to worry about water coming into the engine. So yeah, oops, a daisy. And stay on the rocks that's been packed at the bottom. Luckily it's hard at the bottom. So everything good. So far so good. Serengeti show camp life, and today is classroom day. Thank you, Mr. Zebedeo Mbando, for teaching us some Swahili lessons.
You're welcome.
You know, it's great to, whenever you are in a foreign country, to make an effort to learn the language of Tanzania.
Absolutely right.
And the language is?
Swahili. Oh, Kiswahili.
Kiswahili.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're gonna cover some of the animals that we have seen in the last few days. Maybe you can help us with the Swahili one, and we will repeat so we can get the pronunciation right.
All right, no problem. You're welcome. We actually have five wild animals that we are going to name them into Kiswahili language.
Yes.
And I will start name each of them, and then you will repeat after me.
Okay.
And the first one today is Simba.
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 And that is that?
That is lion.
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 Simba like from Lion King, huh?
Yeah, Lion King. That's why in Tanzania we have Simba Football Club.
Mm.
Yeah, so many things in Tanzania got some names from wild animals. Yeah,
Simba Cement.
Simba Cement. Yeah, you see now you know. And the next one is Nyumbu.
Ah, say.
Nyumbu.
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 Yeah, that one is wild beast.
Ah,
We see a lot of those ones.
Yes. Yeah.
Nyumbu.
Nyumbu.
excellent.
Yeah. And the third one is Tembo.
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 Ah, there's a beer called Tembo.
Tembo. There is
Oh,
a beer called
Ndovu.
Ndovu. Yeah. So Tembo, this is an elephant. But in Zanzibar, those people do not prefer to call it Tembo, but they call it Ndovu.
So there are two words for elephant.
Two words for elephant. So if you hear someone says Ndovu and the other one is saying Tembo, these are two words for the single animal called an elephant.
Sawa, sawa.
Tembo is much easier than Ndovu.
Yeah, Tembo is much easier.
We can call the beer Ndovu.
Yeah. The fourth animal is Mbweha Maskio.
Ah, say that one is difficult.
Mbweha Maskio. Maskio means ears.
Yes.
So Mbweha, fox.
Mbweha.
Mbweha Maskio, bat-eared fox.
Mbweha Maskia.
Mbweha
Mbweha
Masikio.
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 That's good. Maskio. It's
And that
called
is-
so because it has tough ears. Yeah.
So this is the best
all
fox.
foxes are called Mbweha
Mbweha.
into Kiswahili language. But it's called Mbweha Maskio because of the ears.
ears.
So Maskio is ears.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
And the last one for today is Twiga.
Ah.
Twiga.
I think I know this one.
This one.
Who
here.
knows it?
Me.
Salim, please tell us what
It's
is
a
it?
giraffe.
Giraffe.
Because it's the
Excellent.
national animal of Tanzania, right?
You are absolutely right. So giraffe, we call it Twiga,
Twiga.
the tallest wild animal.
Twiga cement.
Twiga. Twiga cement. We have Twiga cement and we have Simba cement. So I don't know which one will you prefer. It depends.
Twiga.
Which one
Twiga.
is stronger?
It depends with the kind of animal that you like.
I have another one.
Yes.
Mwalimu.
Wow, that's good. Mwalimu.
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 Yeah.
That means
What is
That means
teacher.
yes, excellent. Teacher is Mwalimu, and our first president called late Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, because before becoming a president, he was a teacher, or he was Mwalimu.
Okay.
Thank you, Mwalimu.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Mwalimu.
You're welcome.
Evgenia, can you remember? Thank you. They've taught-
Asante sana.
Yes.
I
Very
say, you are a good teacher.
You're welcome. And you are a good student because you can understand what I'm telling you or what I'm teaching you.
So we get some stars.
Yeah, but by proving that you are understanding, maybe I will challenge you a bit. Maybe who can tell us how do we call an elephant into Swahili?
Tembo.
Wow, that's good.
Ndovu.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana.
Another great-
Okay guys, we've bumped into the great wildebeest migration on the edge of Lake Ndutu, and this will probably be our migration update, but also a spectacular sight to witness. The nice thing about the migration is you can have a look at them any time of day, so it's not a morning or late afternoon thing, and it's incredible how the herds always seem to follow us. We literally a kilometer from, we're right across the lake, our camp, and we spotted them from camp today. I kind of hope that they don't cross the lake with their little ones. The lake is really full of water and really deep, and there would definitely be some casualties, which is never nice to see. But two beautiful Maasai giraffe walking straight through them. And we're gonna just keep our distance, try and not change their behavior. But wow, what a lucky day. 2 kilometers from camp. The last time we saw them was on the Matiti Plains and towards Kusini, which is a good hour's drive from here. And this morning all we have to do is have a cup of coffee and watch it all happening from camp. We're driving a bit closer to bring it to you. Enjoy. One of the things that really make the Serengeti a special place, and it's the only place in the world that you can come and experience the great wildebeest migration. They are within the Serengeti throughout the year, and we know that they cross into the Kenya's Masai Mara for a short period of time from September onwards, and but you can come and witness the great migration throughout the year in the Serengeti. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 years, and we follow the herds, and wow, every time I see them, it's just exhilarating. These guys always have an urge, or it's within their genetic makeup and instinct, that when they reach water that they want to cross, and it's something that has baffled my brains for a very long time. And water seems to give them energy, and they'll start vocalizing, and we can hear that there's a little bit of vocalization going on, and as the vocalization would increase, then we know there's an energy build-up, and that's the energy and the critical mass that's required for them to take the plunge and cross the lake or the Mara River, and it's fascinating. Okay guys, you can hear the vocalization has started, and I kind of hoped that it wouldn't, but this is the energy build-up that we spoke about earlier, and I hope they don't cross, because the lake is so full, and it's a very long swim for these youngsters, the newborn calves that are just over a month old. And what often happens is they would cross and get confused and cross back and then cross back again, and they just can't. The little ones don't have the stamina to cross this lake 2 or 3 times. They might cross it once. And what also happens is, if they cross the lake, the mother's scent gets very dull, and that's one of the ways that the calves identify who their mothers are. And that's then, if they can't smell their mums for that, even if it's half an hour as they dry out, they lose their moms, and it's confusion, and they get isolated, and it's just sometimes really not good for them. Again, it's nature, and
and we're just here to observe and see what happens. But let's hold thumbs that everyone makes it. Okay guys, we're going to let them be, and we're going to turn around and wait for them at the causeway. Hopefully they will cross at the causeway, which would be a lot easier for them. So we're going to wait at the causeway for them and have a look from the other side and see if they cross towards us, which would make for prettier pictures. So we're out of here. While we are waiting for the migration to approach us, we have these beautiful Maasai giraffe between us and the lake, and it's just so scenic here. You don't even have to see anything, and it's just magical. It's incredible beauty. The Serengeti and Ngorongoro Crater Conservation Area. Giraffe are really doing well. A lot of the females are pregnant. Let's see if we can find a way down here again. Probably not here. Just gonna go around. It's all the erosion caused by the water. Very dark females. You'll see the females have hair on top of their horns. That's how you can quickly see. In the males, the hair is worn because they use them for necking and they determine their dominance over one another. So smooth horns on top for the bulls and hairy horns for the females. Really doing well there. Just look at that. Yeah. Again, another gentle approach. Disturb them too much, but it's another collective noun for giraffe is a journey. Giraffe, it always seems that they on a journey somewhere far away, and there's a good 7 or 8 of them. We had a few at camp, and really beautiful. Really beautiful giraffe. You can see when they walk, it's the 2 left legs, the 2 right legs that move together. So it's you should try that at home. It's not that easy. That was just the noise of the car. We went over a bush that disturbed them there a little bit with some zebra in between. Virtual zebra. Female here, it's running to the right, and the one dead ahead, you can see it's a male, and he's necking with the right hand horn a little bit more than the left hand one. You can see it's worn even more. So just going around the bush. There you can see what I mean. Quite a few bulls here, so there's definitely competition here for mating rights, and it's probably the reason why so many youngsters. People believe they mute, but they do communicate on a very low frequency communication. Beautiful female. I think she might be the one on heat because the male has been following her and he's stopping when she's stopping, so there must be definitely some hormones that's produced there. Fight between two giraffe bulls are very aggressive and will sometimes last a couple of hours, and it's sometimes one bull will fall over, they hit each other right here on the chest and in the neck, and if they get hit in the wrong place they pass out, and mostly they recover again after a few minutes, but quite a thing to witness. The wildebeest bring flies, so that's why I'm flapping and waving all the time. Hope we stay on the road. I don't want to get stuck here. When you cross water like this, you have to always find a marker dead ahead and aim for that, because a lot of guys follow the flow of the water and then end up on the wrong side. So I'm aiming for the road on the other side, and that should keep us on track, I hope. So far so good. Beautiful heron. Looks like a grey heron, and they're busy hunting for frogs. They're omnivorous, meat eating, sometimes even birds. They'll hang out in these flat plains and feed in the shallow water. Quite a few of them here. It's ideal conditions for herons. Black heron, possibly. Go up and get an aerial view and see what happens with the herds. Hi there, Kids Corner guys. It's time for Kids Corner, and we are so excited that the kids are joining us on Serengeti Show Live. And exciting today, we bumped into a whole pile of dung beetles. Busy getting their little balls. This is elephant dung, so there was a big elephant that deposited this big pile of elephant dung, and then the dung beetles are coming and they start to make a small little ball, and they start rolling it and rolling it and rolling it, and the ball gets bigger and bigger and rounder until a female sees a nice big ball. She then goes and lies her eggs inside this big ball of dung, and that's where the new little dung beetles hatch. So this is the start of family planning. Great house to live in, you know, and imagine that you had to grow up in a pile or a bowl of elephant dung. And these guys are all starting
to make little balls, and then we will show you there's a little bit of fighting about balls. Some dung beetles steal another dung beetle's ball, doesn't have to work, and we're going to find one now, and they start rolling it, and as the dung ball picks up dirt all along the way, it becomes bigger and bigger. Let's have a look. Here's a guy. He's got his little ball, and he's out of here. So he's now rolling it to get away from all the other competition, and this ball will get bigger and bigger, and walks backwards, pushing it up the hill, and then he gets stuck, and so he continues until the female will find a nice looking ball, and she will lay her eggs in there. Guys, another thing about dung beetles I would like to show you is generally they go to the highest point and then they start flying. Let's do another one. That one was a bit quick. One without a ball. Here's one. So you will see it will walk to the highest point, and then start flying. Okay guys, we're back on the Serengeti side of Lake Nduti, and we crossed back, and the herds are all gathering on the edge of the lake, and there are two groups that's standing right at the edge of the lake, so we're going to be ready for both of them, and chances are really good that there might be a Lake Nduti crossing. Now it's just a waiting game. Okay guys, there's one wildebeest that entered the water. It could potentially start, and it really has a lot of probability of happening, this Lake Nduti crossing, and I can't believe our luck, you know. And okay, there he doesn't have much support at the moment, and he looks like he's heading back out, but at least there are very good signs that a crossing would happen. We hope everyone would be safe and make it across. It looks like they're coming to the kind of edge of the lake where the distance they have to cross is not so intimidating, so I think they will walk down the bank of the lake until they can definitely see the other side and then cross, so hopefully they don't have to swim too far for the little ones to survive. Guys, there was a baby wildebeest trapped on this side of the lake, and it's so brave. It's swimming on its own across the lake, which is really remarkable bravery, and let's see if it can make it across to the other side. Looks like it's going to make it across. Might even kind of stop the crossing. Very lucky little bugger. Okay guys, luckily the lake is a little bit intimidating and a bit wide, so that they followed the bank and crossing at the causeway, which is good news for us. It means there will be fewer casualties today, and the little ones will live to die another day, I suppose. So it's the best result for everyone, and we're just crossing the causeway again to get to the other side, and huge numbers, and
very densely packed. So we're going to just go through them and they will bunch up again, and then we'll go to higher ground to give you a bit of a better view. But, wow, just look at that, it's amazing. Across here.